It is 5 and we are live, and that is no kind of jive. You hear me talking to you? Well, I am Jeffrey K. Clayton, the long-haired weirdo. The unimpeachable president for life. And if you're here, if you're watching me right now, you are on Break On Through. And I've got a special guest today. And we are going to talk about monsters, self-made and otherwise. So I want you to stomp your feet, clap your hands, and give a nice break on through welcome to my good friend, Eddie Ford, a.k.a. Eddie Monster of the Self-Made Monsters. Come on in here, Eddie.
All right.
Get you some screen there, son. There you are.
Also known as the King of Glam.
Yeah, the King of Glam. I think maybe I might have called you.
You did, no, you did, for sure.
Yeah.
All I listened to was T-Rex.
Man, I'll give a nickname and that shit'll stick.
Oh, yeah, KOG. That's all I heard for like
King of Glam.
years. Yeah.
I'll tell you how that works here. Let me scoot you in a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. See, we got that big gap in between us there. There we are. There. So, let's rewind the clock to 1993. I'm working at Repo Record. There's a store called Repo Cheapo. It was the sister store to Repo Record. It was right across the street. And opening day, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
This guy, a guy named Joe Poole, who would later be known as Wednesday 13.
Mm-hmm. He went before me.
Oh, did he? I thought y'all came together.
Nah, him and his girlfriend at the time rode up before me, and then I came up later.
Well, see, I'm, like, 93, what is that, 30 years ago?
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
I'm surprised I even remember anything about it.
I can't even do the math right now, but it's over 20 years ago. And right now, I'm knocking on the door of 60, so that would have mean I was in my 40s.
I'm 40. No, I think you were 30s.
30s, in my 30s. Yeah. See, I can't do math. I
think, in 12th grade.
Okay, well, see, these guys come in, and I see these young guys, and I'm just like, man, they ain't going to find nothing in here.
I'd spit a shit.
Eddie comes up to the counter with a handful of good shit, and I'm looking at him going, "You like Thin Lizzy?"
Yeah, that was it.
And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Wow."
It was 2 8x10s.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, you had the binders with 8x10s of cool shit. And you could buy them and take them to Kinko's and blow them up into posters.
You could do whatever you wanted with
them. What I did with them.
But yeah, ever since then, we've been friends the entire time. We found that we have a lot of similar taste in a lot of different areas. Now, I'm not going to go over all those areas today, but I'll tell you what we are going to do. And then here's something I'm going to say. Now, most people say, "Oh, you're kissing this guy's ass." I'm going to tell the people of something. Now, listen. I like to tell you all about things that I discover, not because I think my opinion is better than anyone else's. I'm just telling you, you guys know what I like. And maybe some of y'all like the same kind of stuff, but I'm going to tell you, Self-Made Monsters, through all their incarnations, are one of the best bands to ever come out of North Carolina.
Thank you.
And they're a big secret. Not many people know about them, but they've been around how long now?
Oh, fuck.
23, 24 years?
26, I think.
26 years.
I think we started messing around in the basement probably 96, 97, somewhere around in there, and I think the first record came out in 98.
Well, Eddie, do you have a website or anything?
Working on all that. new records coming out, getting the website going, T-shirts, where you can get all the records. Actually, I think we either do. See, I stay away from the computer stuff. I need to get more involved with it.
You got some stuff on Spotify right now, don't you?
Yeah, we've got the one single only, and today, the first EP, 7-inch EP, is now on Spotify and all the other
Love at First
digital
Gag. That's the
platforms.
first thing you ever put out, right?
Put out, yeah. That was all first songs I ever wrote.
Oh man, they've got full-length CDs. They got some 7-inches. They got, like you just said, a brand new 12-inch LP, full-length LP coming out soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
that's a story.
Yeah, that's dealing with pressing plants. The whole pressing plant issue right now is nothing but wait, stall, wait. So I imagine it's really bad.
Yeah, well, not to name names, but they've messed up our test pressing twice.
See, that's kind of unheard
Twice.
of. But
And that was a month ago, and they said we'd have another one, and we haven't gotten it yet. So,
But until the website gets up, look at them on Spotify. Look at them on YouTube.
and if anybody really wants the stuff, they can find me on Facebook, message me, and I did that with a couple people. I can't remember their names, but they mentioned the band on Destructo Central, and I got in touch with them, and we wheeled and dealed online, and I sent them the stuff.
So that's Eddie Ford
Yep.
on Facebook. Just write him on there. And if you're interested in hearing this stuff, you can get it from him. But I'm telling you, they are a fantastic band. Always have been. Even when they had members I didn't like. And now they've got a new lineup. And I saw them just, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
3 weeks ago. They were amazing.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's an old timer in the Charlotte music community standing beside me the whole time, named Mark Lynch, yelling in my ear, "Man, where have these guys been?" I was like, they've been around forever. Like, why aren't they famous? I was like, that's a damn good question.
It is. It's mainly our fault.
But listen, check them out. You won't be disappointed. Now, I don't know what else to talk about history-wise. I mean, listen, I'll put it to you this way, okay? If this were the days, like 80, 81, when Black Flag was taking they took an entire show with them all around the United States when they were forging that path that all of us travel now. They would bring Saccharine Trust. They would bring the Meat Puppets, Tom Tricoli's Dog, Nig Heist.
They never did any shows with St. Vitus, did they? Like on
Not
tour?
not on the East Coast that I know
Okay.
of. Anyway, I don't know that for a fact, but I did say Saccharine Trust, right? Because Saccharine Trust was with them, I think, every time I ever saw them. I think, I'm not sure. They were with them a lot, and I really love that band. But if let's just say we didn't form in 83, we formed in 78, 79, and we were doing that thing where we going to tour. Man, that to me, what would be the perfect bill. Now, I don't know who it would have been years ago, but now I would say if we were able to bring our own package show, you can't do that now because it all depends on the attendance and the promoter being able to make the money to get the guarantee. This was the days before guarantees. They just showed up and hoped for the best. Well, let's just say we're back in those days and we're hoping for the best. I would bring Stop Talking, Self-Made Monsters, and ANTiSEEN. That would be a North Carolina assault like you ain't never seen.
Yeah, that'd be a good show. All three different bands,
Three different kinds of stuff, yeah. Now, see, the Self-Made Monsters did play at least one of the Confederacy of Scum Super shows.
Yeah.
Did you play any more? You just played the one in Spartanburg.
I think that was it. That was
2000?
Yeah, 2000 for sure. We played
22 years
we
ago.
played the first night. It was us, Alcoholics Unanimous, and then I think Friday the headliner was Cottonnoose.
Yep.
And then Saturday it was y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rancid Vat was there. I remember them. Hell Stomper. Hell Stomper was there. I think so. Yeah.
No, I don't think Hellstomper was around then.
I can't
Or,
remember.
I don't know. Maybe they were. Man, I can't keep up with all
I
that.
can't either.
A lot of stuff here. Let me get you.
I've seen
Here,
so many
squeeze
damn
some more
shows.
in here.
All right.
So you got to sit uncomfortably close on this. On
It's a
this
good thing I
corner.
took a
Let me
bath
scoop-
today.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
It's fine.
I was.
My nose is stopped up.
I'm working class, so right now I'm probably stinking class.
Oh, yeah.
But don't worry, I clocked out 30 minutes for lunch, so that's an inside joke with one of my coworkers on there. But
Yeah, see, he said Hell Stomper was there.
okay, Hellstomper was there. Andy Miller documented most of this stuff, so
I've still got the videotape he sent me from it.
yeah. Okay, everybody, Hellstomper was there. I get it. I can't remember nothing.
Rancid that with Cosmo as
Yeah,
well.
yep. But anyway, I just really I don't know what else to say except check them out. I think you'll become a fan if you're not already. And I'll tell you what we're going to do right now. Like I told you, we can talk about so many different kinds of subjects. But we are going to zero in today on monsters. Damn, you're playing. You talk about Godzilla and shit all the time. What do you mean? What I'm talking about is we're not going to talk about kaiju. We're not going to talk about homicidal psychopaths that have some kind of supernatural
deal.
or
Yeah.
occult twist to it. We're going to talk about good old fashioned, there's no mistake about it, monsters. So nothing, what, over 10 feet probably in there?
Well, I don't know. There might be something in mine. I don't know.
And what we're talking about is monsters from films, where they've been in movies. And since Eddie is my guest, I'm gonna let him go first. This is Eddie Ford's top 10 monsters
All right.
from the horror movie. Now start with your number 10.
Yeah, I see that's what I wrote.
Okay,
I was on that.
And I'm
I got
sure
it wrote right here.
I know mine's gonna include some discussion, so I'm pretty sure yours is too. So go ahead and hit us. Hit us with your best shot. Give us what you got. Give us number 10.
I shall. Number 10, the dragon from the movie Dragon Slayer.
Perfect.
Saw it as a kid at the Gym Theater in Kannapolis. Even then, I don't know how old I was. I think that movie came out in 80, 81. So I was maybe 5, 6, something like that. My sister took me. And that blew me away. Still blows me away
Man,
to this
I
day.
love that movie.
Yeah.
I love everything about that movie.
It's a great movie. It's the dragon, no CGI, no nothing, has ever topped that.
No.
Never.
No,
Never
it's
will.
the best dragon. That dragon is better than the ones on Game of Thrones, I think.
Man, it was better than anything.
And the ones on Game of Thrones are cool. They're
See,
really
I've never
good.
seen that.
Well,
I don't stream, so
Well, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'm still DVD,
Man,
VHS.
I've been
and
trying to talk Jeff
Blu-ray.
Williams into, because Jeff kind of shares our taste in things.
Mm-hmm.
And, I know how some things can be ruined for people just from hearing all the hype about it, right? And make people not want to even look at it, or hear it or whatever. And I understand that. And I've been that way about things myself. I'm sure a bunch of you on here have. But I'm telling you, man, Game of Thrones, it's good.
I'll check it out.
It's
if I
really
ever stream.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Dragon Slayer though.
Okay.
That's
That's a perfect
that
number
left
10.
that left a mark on this old skull.
You see,
for sure.
I thought about that one, but I didn't include it in my top 10. But that is a damn good monster to have in your top 10. Okay, what? Now, be as fine as muscadine wine and give us number 9.
All right. Number 9, it's the standard. A lot of people's favorites, but you can't deny that it's a great design. It's a great movie. We're not talking about the movie, but Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, there you
It's
go.
got to be in there. It's, and I just read a book.
Give me
Which
the
one?
magic marker, the gray one that's got his butt up at us. Not in a second. Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right, go ahead.
just read a book. I think it's called "The Lady from the Black Lagoon" about Millicent.
Yeah, the woman,
Millicent
the woman
Patrick.
who actually designed it.
Yeah, it's a very good book. Check it out if you're interested in stuff like that. You know, because Bud Westmore took all the credit, and it's come to be found that she was the one that pretty much did, if not all of the design for it, but at least 99% of the design. But it's an original design. I think that was Universal's first original creature.
Yeah,
you know,
that
because
they didn't take from
something
from literature.
or well, you know,
Legend.
Wolfman, yeah, legend literature. So yeah, the creature from the Black Lagoon, for sure. Top-notch movie, top-notch creature, all the way around great.
All right.
All right, you ready for number 8? Don't be late.
Don't be late. Give us something great. Lay that number 8.
All right. Medusa from Clash of the Titans. Saw that at
Great
the
one.
Gym Theater as well. And one side note, Dragon Slayer and Clash of the Titans showed nudity. And they were PG movies. And I
Yep,
was
sure
lucky to
did.
see that as a kid. I was happy to see that. But anyways, the Medusa.
Was that the first nudity you saw in a movie as a kid?
Probably so, because like I said, I had to be 5 or 6.
'Cause, man, I can tell you what mine was.
What?
I've talked about this before, but there was a place in Albemarle called the Center Theater. Mm-hmm. And man, I grew up in that damn building. We went, you know, that was my mom's daycare. Dropped this son of a bitch off, you know.
Yeah,
at
I've always
noon.
told people with kids, I was like, you got a TV, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, just a
We
babysitter.
drop him off. Some bitch likes it. He was sitting there for the second time.
You damn right.
That's 4 hours of free babysitting. What, they had to pay $1
My-
for the damn movie?
my parents
maybe
did that.
75 cents.
My parents did that to me. I got to see the first Batman with Michael Keaton and Ghostbusters 2, which was horrendous. I wanted my money back. But anyways, what was the first nudity?
Man, you know what? It was one of 2 movies, and I cannot remember which it was, but you'll understand why I get them mixed up. It was either Kingdom of the Spiders or the Giant Spider Invasion.
Kingdom of the Spider, did it have nudity in it? I don't remember.
Man, I'm thinking it was Giant Spider Invasion.
Is that the one where it's the VW Beetle with the legs attached to it?
No.
That's not that movie.
No,
That's
no,
another one. I think that was a TV movie. I can't remember.
No, this one, like a sheriff comes into the house to talk to whoever's there, and it's a teenage girl or a girl in her 20s. Mm. And she comes out of the shower wearing, she's got a towel on her head, panties, and no top. I mean, man, we were there to see some giant spiders.
Yeah.
We wanted to see the damn invasion.
Yeah, and
But
then you got
we had no idea we were going to see naked breast. And
extra
for young
bonus.
guys like
Oh, yeah.
us, boy, that was quite a... Maybe that's why I don't remember the title. 'Cause
Yeah, it was a moot point then. It was like, oh, what is it? Who cares what this movie's about?
Okay, so...
but
yeah,
so
that
the-
was... man, that had to be 76, 75 or 76.
Yeah, because see, I was with my sister and she didn't care. Now my mom,
No, yeah,
we
different
went and
story.
saw. Is it Stoker Ace or Stroker Ace with
Stoker
Burt
Ace,
Reynolds?
yeah.
Lonnie Anderson on the bed in her underwear. My mom's hand. This is all I saw, like this. Whatever. And you know they were cool with horror movies, but not cool with female nudity for some reason.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't mind just seeing a person get his head ripped off, but
She took me to see.
a boob? Nah,
She
we
took
ain't-
me to see
We ain't having it.
Leatherface, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, 5, and 6, and 7. The First Power. Do you remember that movie? Lou Diamond Phillips. A bunch of. And we used to laugh at Texas Chainsaw Massacre too. She thought it was funny, and it was gory as crap. But boy, he shows some naked women, like in Friday the 13th, Part 4, 5, or whatever. She's like, I just don't understand why they have
Can't
to
have
show
it.
all these naked women and have people having sex
Oh,
in
man.
these movies.
Hey, man, I'll tell you an embarrassing thing that happened to me.
Yeah.
My mom and her sister, my Aunt Grace, so we decided, hey, let's go to the movies one night. And I went with them. And we
man.
went to see Porky's.
Oh yeah, this is.
I'm sitting between my mom and my aunt watching Porky's. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was some talk when we got back in the car. But that movie made teenage boys look like a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
And I'm like going, I don't know about all that. Is that the way y'all act? You and your friends? No.
Yeah, that's another. We could veer off, and I can tell you some stories about my dad watching movies that I would leave out and having shit fits. Faces of Death was one of them. I got told, don't you ever bring no goddamn trash like that to this house again. And you know what got him?
What?
He was cool all the way up to where they had the cadaver, quote unquote, and they cut it open, started smearing it and having sex. That was done.
Yeah, that's it.
He thought about kicking that TV in.
Good
He
thing.
did.
It's a good thing you didn't bring the DVD home of Necromantic
Or even like Cannibal Holocaust or
Yeah.
something. That would have melted
yeah.
his mind. So Medusa, Ray Harryhausen, had to get a Ray Harryhausen in there, and that's my favorite one because I was thinking about all the Sinbad movies, but I was like, nope, that Medusa creation, that's it. That blew me away as well as a child, and it stuck with me because I still think that's the best. Those other ones that they made, last couple years, they're not horrible. There's remakes, Clash of Titans. They're not horrible, but it's just like,
I know I saw the remake of it. I didn't care for it.
it's just like, whatever.
But that's just me. Well, man, I know when you die, you're going to go to heaven. But in the meantime, why don't you give us number 7?
All right. This is the first of 3 Stan Winston creations. The first Predator from the first movie. That and my number 1 to me are the last great original creature designs. There's only one other one I'll throw an aside in there. The movie Antlers. Have you seen that
I have not
yet?
seen that.
I'm not going to spoil anything for you. It's based on the Wendigo story. That creature, as far as CGI, they might have done some practical effects in there as well. That one was pretty good, but nowhere near Predator. I almost said my number 1. Woo! All right. But anyways,
well, man, all right.
Predator.
Now tell me this: have you seen Prey?
Prey. I have not seen that yet. Don't
Hey, it's
stream.
good, man.
I want to check it out.
It's
maybe
good.
maybe I'll get lucky and they'll release it on DVD, and then I'll wait.
I think they'd be idiots not to.
Well, yeah,
You
but
know.
well, they still haven't put that Moon Knight series out. No, none of that Marvel Disney Plus stuff is out on DVD or Blu-ray. I mean, you can find bootlegs, I'm sure.
Well, this ain't Disney, so
Well, yeah, it is.
is it?
Yeah, Disney has the rights to Aliens and
Oh,
Predator.
really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Because they got 20th Century
What do
Fox.
I know?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so
Now we ain't here to play tiddlywinks or pick up sticks. You got to give us number 6.
and here it is. This is one I went back and forth on. I was like, man, it's a monster, but it's a man that turns into a monster. But I'm gonna go with it. Eddie Quist, my favorite werewolf of all time, from my favorite werewolf movie of all time. Number
Howling.
1. You can talk about American Werewolf in London all you want. That's a dog in that movie. It's not a werewolf.
Yep.
I like my werewolf standing on 2 legs, and I don't like them with a beard and an afro like Lon Chaney. That's all they did. I mean, it's
Man.
cool. I dig it. But when I think of a werewolf, I think of the snout, the big ears, standing on hind legs. That's a werewolf. And plus, that transformation scene, still, CGI cannot top that.
Even though they
Cannot.
didn't complete it, they didn't complete the transformation.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, man.
But that is one of the most intense.
It's great.
I mean, American Werewolf is an intense.
It's a great movie. That transformation scene's good as hell.
But man,
too.
the Howling was first, wasn't it?
I think they either came out right at the same
They came
time
out
or
the same
Howling
year,
was,
didn't they?
was first. Yeah. Of course, American Werewolf got all the accolades, but the way they shot that was like a film noir. With the blinds open and the shadows. It's
Man, it was great.
can't top it.
Okay, go ahead now. So where we at number 5? Hey, we're live, and you don't need to breathe the people any jive.
And
What you need to give them is number 5.
And I'll stay alive with the MC5.
There you go.
All right, this is another one I went back and forth on, but I'm gonna go with it. Mr. Hyde, the Frederick March version, the only version in my world that counts. Won an Oscar or Academy Award. I don't know what they said back then. I think it was an Academy Award. The only guy to win an Academy Award for playing in a horror movie. That transformation scene, the makeup, because he gets more and more demented and
As he
monstrous
goes,
looking as
yeah.
he goes. The Spencer Tracy version is like he messes his
Messes
hair
up
up.
his hair.
This is like it's stupid.
Now I do like the John Barrymore Mr. Hyde.
I
a
haven't
lot.
saw that in so long. That's a silent one, right? That one's pretty creepy from what I remember. But that
They were going more for a spider look.
well, he looked like a witch or something.
Well,
though,
he had
didn't
a comb. His head was like in a comb.
Yeah,
he had the
yeah,
long black
okay,
hair,
yeah.
the long fingers.
Mhm.
But yeah, he looked completely different from the regular John Barrymore.
And that Frederick March, I guess that might have been pre-code, so it was pretty racy for its time, and that was a nasty Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, he was.
And that's why I like it. So that's my number 5.
Well, man, don't head for the door. Get up off the floor. Give us number 4.
All right, Belial from Basket Case.
Ah, man, I knew that was going to be in your top 10.
You damn right.
When you hang around someone long enough and they use clip art or stuff on their flyers or records or just talk about stuff, then say I knew Basket Case was going to be up in the top tier.
There's people that like shit on that movie for being low budget. And of course there's a lot of people that love it. Me,
I love it.
It's a great movie.
I got the soundtrack.
I do too. And I got the Brain Damage soundtrack too. Did you get that?
No, I didn't.
That's another Henenlotter movie. That's good as hell too. But that scene, with the scene where the whole movie is great, but the scene where he goes ape shit in the little apartment room, his claymation, this is fucking great.
Yeah, man. You know what though? I know people that don't like low budget movies.
I love them.
They criticize them. They think they're dumb. They're stupid.
Especially older ones. They're like, oh, that looks dated, or all that. I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast with Rob Zombie out of pure boredom because I really don't give a damn about either one of those people. But anyways, they were talking. Joe Rogan was, of course, Rob Zombie wasn't, but he said that he showed his kids the original King Kong and was like, look at how dumb this looks. This is so stupid.
Rogan was saying that.
Yeah, and I was sitting there going, dude, that claymation, animation, whatever, stop motion animation.
In the 30s?
All that stuff is way better than CGI in my world. I mean, I love CGI, don't get me wrong. Those last handfuls
CGI got good, man.
Those Godzilla movies,
and for Godzilla movies, CGI is the way to go.
It's great. And the Rampage movie, even though I thought I would hate that, I ended up loving it. Well, I liked it. But that low-budget movies, I love them. I love everything from Citizen Kane to Microwave Massacre. That's me. But Belial, top 10. I see something with Basket Case on it.
Oh, yeah,
I'm buying it. I'm buying it. Yeah, I'm going to get it. Yeah, for sure.
See, I knew that. I would have put money on that. I would have thought he'd been higher than what? Number 5? Number 4?
He's number 4, yeah.
All right, well, man, don't look at me. Give us number 3.
Number 3, this is one probably nobody would guess. I know you're going to remember it, but the main... Yet another Stan Winston creation. The main gargoyle from the Gargoyle TV movie.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bernie Casey played him. Cornell Wilde was in it. Jennifer Salt.
Man, that's a damn good job. I didn't even think of that. That is a damn good
choice.
I love that movie.
That's always been one of my favorites because
Gargoyles from what? 72?
72, I think. 73. Yeah, because that was back when you had like 3 TV stations.
And it was a made-for-TV movie, right?
Yeah. It wasn't theatrical.
Because I remember that's all. Man, when that and when Trilogy of Terror played on TV, man, that's all you heard talking about at school.
See, I have 2 stories about those 2 movies.
Well, tell it.
Gargoyles. We lived on Main Street at the time in Kannapolis. We had this kitchen, a little tiny kitchen. We had a TV in there, which is kind of odd to me now thinking about it. But we had a TV in there. And I was sitting at the kitchen table waiting for dinner, and that movie was on. And when that gargoyle flies out of nowhere and lands on the top of the car, it scared the shit out of me. And I jerked my feet off the floor, stood on the chair. My mom was like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "The gargoyles are coming to get me." So that stuck with me, always.
I love that movie.
And
if none of you have seen that, you can find that on any of the streaming channels right now. It's probably on YouTube. You can probably find it on DVD for like $2.99 at Walmart in one of them big bins or something.
No, I think actually it's the DVDs are out of print.
No, are they?
And hard to find now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Your best bet is to stream it. But the Trilogy of Terror, me and my sister saw that, and that scared her more than it scared me. That little doll running around, because I used to get a rubber knife and do that, go to her door and do all that.
And you and the doll had the same hairdo.
We didn't then. My hair was blonde and straight back then for some reason. Something happened. I drank some radiation water. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, that was a good ass. I could have included that. The Zuni fetish doll.
Yeah.
Could have included that, but I didn't, damn it. All right. So
All right, what you gonna do except give us number 2?
Number 2, one of the greatest special effects monster makers of all time. It's a Tom Savini creation.
Mm-hmm.
The Crate Monster from Creepshow.
Mm.
That is top notch. Great. Love it. Love the whole movie, but that segment and that monster is number 2.
That's
number
a good
2.
one. It's a classic. All right.
Here it is.
We've been having some good fun, but now we're going to get to number 1. Man, you got to lay it on me, and you got to lay it on me heavy.
Did you work all these up, or are they just coming to you? They're
They just
fucking
come
great.
to me.
All right, number 1, another. Now, I'm kind of in a gray area on this. Stan Winston directed the movie. Most of you are going to know who it is if you're horror fans. And I'm thinking his company did the design, and I'm sure he had a hand in it. But my number 1 is Pumpkinhead. The last great movie monster. Completely original movie monster of all time. Right there. Pumpkinhead. Number 1.
All right. Well, that was a hell of a list. I'm going to tell you what. A bunch of our list is the same. A bunch of it. And so I'll skip through the ones that are the same. I'm not going to skip through them, but we won't spend so much time on them. But all right, I'm going to tell you my number 10. And this is a damn good one. But you only see the thing for like
Oh, I know what
30
it is.
seconds.
I already know what it is. I already know.
It's the monster at the very first 10 minutes of the movie Curse of the Demon.
I knew it. Yeah.
Man, that is one of the greatest monster designs ever.
It is. That's one I slept on. I didn't even think about that one. But you know, I've got an old Fangoria that they say, whoever wrote the article, said that was unnecessary. It ruined the momentum of the movie. And I was like, no, that's the fucking best thing in the damn movie.
It is the best thing in the damn movie.
I mean, the movie's good. It's good.
It's good.
But you throw that in there, it's great.
And it's great. But then you never see it again. I've watched that movie so many times thinking, man, did I fall asleep and missed him at the end or something? But no, y'all need to watch. Y'all need to check that out. Number 9 is from American Werewolf in London, but it's not the werewolf. It's the Nazi werewolves in the dream sequence.
Yeah, I forgot about them too. Those are good.
And I got the NECA. I showed that on here. Matter of fact, when me and Tripp were on here, I showed the box.
Didn't y'all do the top 10 toy companies?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's when that came up with NECA.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Number 8 for me is your number 1, Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, for sure.
But see, when I got a list of 10, that's not like 1 and 10. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But see, I love Pumpkinhead. You know, but I'm gonna admit it. I admit to you, I only saw one sequel.
I saw the second one. That was all I saw.
That's the one I saw. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way the witch looked fake. And I just thought, man, the first movie was so good.
Yeah.
That we didn't need a sequel.
No, you didn't. It's a standalone movie all day long. There.
And that witch in the first one is one of the best movie witches ever. Now, only in number 1.
Yeah, only in number 1. I
because
agree.
It looked like a real woman.
And Lance Henriksen in
Lance
that movie,
Henriksen?
he's the fucking top notch.
But in that sequel, you could tell it was a mask.
It's terrible. I watched it one time, and I believe Pumpkinhead had fucking wings in the movie.
Yeah, it's called Blood Wings or something.
It's
Man,
dumb as hell.
He wreaked enough havoc without flying.
Yeah, he didn't need wings.
And man, I love that scene where they think they're safe in that church that's tore down.
And he comes in.
He just walks through it, knocks the damn shit down. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
All right, well, okay. Number 7 for me is a tie.
See, I was going to do that, and I thought that would be breaking the rules.
Well, it is kind of breaking the rules, but I make the rules so I can break the rules.
Well, then do me a favor. Then after this, I got 3 short honorable mentions I want to throw in on mine.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I got some honorable mentions too because you brought up some stuff that I. Number 7 is a tie between Eddie Quist
that's another
from The Howling, and even though he is a vampire, he is very monstrous. But I really like Radu from the Blood Species, Subspecies.
Subspecies, yeah, the Full Moon movie company. Yeah. I saw the first one. I think I dropped off after that. They're good. I have to check them out.
They're wild.
Okay.
They're over the top.
No, I like over the top.
But number 6, I love the bear from Prophecy. Is that one of your honorable mentions?
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
isn't
it's
that
a mutant bear, just like a hybrid.
But it's so original. They didn't do a sequel, nothing, and no one that, to my knowledge, has done a figure or a model or anything. And that's one of the coolest looking monsters ever, man. It's scary as hell.
And that was yet another movie that just got shit all over it when it came out. But Stephen King said it was great because it reminded him of the kind of movies he'd go see as a kid. And
well, see, I did go see it as a kid at the Center Theater. And man, I just thought it was great.
I have the movie poster. Got it for $10.
The actual movie poster.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
All right, number 5 for me, and this is one that not many people know, man. But I guess it was during the 80s when a lot of stuff went straight to video, and this, I don't remember this having a theatrical release. It may have, maybe some of y'all know. But the monster in the movie based on the H.P. Lovecraft story called The Unnameable.
I think that.
You remember that thing?
Yeah. It was like it had the hooves and wings.
Hooves and the horns and made a loud screech.
If it did get a theatrical release, it
long.
was very limited.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like shown in theaters around here.
No.
It might have been New York, Times Square kind of deal.
And man, as far as I'm concerned, you can't have a top 10 monsters list and not have at least one Harryhausen in it.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. I had to throw one in for sure.
Well, mine's number 4, the Cyclops from Seventh Voyage of Sinbad.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. There's so many to choose from. You could make a list of just his creations.
Yeah,
you know,
you could do top 10 Harryhausen.
Yeah.
Number 3, and Eddie brought up a good idea. He said, "Man, we could have done a top 10 of the glam bands." And
glam rock. Just glam rock songs even, you know.
When we say glam rock, we're not talking about Cinderella,
No.
Faster Pussycat, stuff like that. We're talking about the stuff from the 70s. Slade, Sweet, Wizard.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. And see, that's a subject that we share a lot of the same opinions about. But he also said, man, we could do, because I think it's safe to say both of our favorite monsters are werewolves.
Yeah, mine for sure. Because Kelly thought that's what the list was going to be. She goes, "What's it going to be? Werewolves?" And I was like, "No, good guess."
We could do a top 10 werewolves.
Yep.
But number 3 on my list of favorite monsters would definitely be high up in my list of favorite werewolves. Probably number 2 or number 1. But my favorite is the werewolf played by Oliver Reed in Curse of the Werewolf.
That was another one I wrote.
That one of your honorable mentions?
Well, no, it's just, if you see this is everything I wrote down, so.
And man, I messed around with my 1 and 2 spot, and I switched them. But my number 2 is the She Creature.
She Creature's a good one. That's a pretty original design.
Never did anything else with it. Just the one movie.
Now, who was that that did? Was that AIP? Was that Universal?
Yeah, I'm thinking that. No, it wasn't Universal. It was AIP.
Was it a Corman?
And I'm thinking it was 60. I think it was. I'm not sure. But man, that movie, it's good. It's on Tubi and all that stuff now too. If y'all want the She Creature, and you'll notice that we used that image on a bunch of stuff. We had it on stickers, T-shirts.
You have a tattoo.
Yeah, I got a tattoo right there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there.
They're faded since you got them in the 90s.
Yeah. But my number 1 is your number 10.
Yeah, see.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
No, you're number 9.
Yeah, number 9. Yeah.
Creature from the Black Lagoon. In the first 2 movies, one of the coolest creatures. And if you're a nerd enough about it, like we are, you'll notice the differences between the first one, the second one, and then it's completely obvious on the third when they burn him up. And
well, he's half man, half amphibian, but
you were saying some honorable mentions, man.
One thing about the Creature from the Black Lagoon that brought us together as well, because you remember when you did that?
I painted your Aurora model.
Yeah, you sure did, and you were like, "I'm not putting no damn red lips on this damn thing," and I was like, "Please don't," because I hate that. I don't know why they made.
Find me a fish or some kind of amphibian. Find me one that's got red lips.
Yeah,
that don't happen. They always make these art pieces with a Creature from the Black Lagoon who's got gigantic red lips. It looks like Vanessa Del Rio or something. I'm just like, man, why would he have red lips?
It's dumb.
No, man, he's got fish lips. Yeah. He's like a fish.
red. It's like
It's like skin color, or whatever a fish's skin.
Because I remember I wouldn't buy figures if the lips were red. I was like, not
you ain't gonna see no red lip creature over there.
It's like a big
towers, man. I don't like that. I think that looks bizarre, not in a good way. I like bizarre shit.
Yeah, I do too.
But I got some honorable mentions, and I don't know why when I was making the list I couldn't think of it, but the Predator. The Predator is one of the
That's a great
coolest damn original monsters
one.
in movie history, I think.
Yeah.
And you said something else, man. Let me see your list right quick.
And you know the story is that James Cameron saw Stan Winston working on the design for the Predator on a plane somewhere and said, "Hey, why don't you give him mandibles?" And that's why the Predator has mandibles. See, there's one of my honorable mentions.
Yep.
And
the
then,
baby from It's Alive.
And then
which makes sense that you love the Belial's from Basket Case.
Yeah.
But there's one, and Will just said it, and there's one that I'm surprised you didn't mention.
I was going to, but that was one where I was on the fence because I was like, well, you don't really seem like really good. The Beast Within is one of my favorite movies. Yep. Now, if we did top 10 movies, that would definitely be.
Yeah, I know that would be.
But the whole cicada monster deal never been done since or before, and that is a good one. Beast Within is definitely a good monster for sure. And that was almost. I came close. Like I said, I agonized over this shit. So,
and I see someone Giles there's mentioning the alien Geiger or whatever design. You know what? I love those movies.
I do too.
I love those movies. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not a fan of the big, long, skinny arms, skinny leg, dripping stuff all over the place. I'm not a fan of that kind of design. Like in those newer Godzilla ones, I didn't like those monsters.
I didn't dig those that much. I mean, it was different.
It was different,
but I didn't care for it. But now the aliens, I love them, but they're not in my top 10 because I have like the Kenner one. I have two of the other like huge alien figures. I dig them, but they're not in my top 10. Now, my honorable mentions, I got a few. Is the baby from It's Alive. That's early Rick Baker creation. That one's good as hell. The Melting Man from Incredible Melting Man. It's another Rick Baker.
One
great.
movie, no sequels.
No, nothing.
Done.
And you can watch it with the sound off and just enjoy him falling apart. It's just great.
The thing about it is, if you just waited long enough, he wouldn't be able to do anything to you anyway.
No, you could have just kept walking and be like, oh yeah, he's going to eventually fall apart to nothing. But that scene where the head rolls down that little waterfall is hilarious. Also, the werewolves and dog soldiers. Have you seen
Man, I've heard people talk about. They look like The Howling, right?
Yes, and that movie is a weird mixture of Predator, Evil Dead, and The Howling. You have got to watch that.
I've heard a few people that like werewolf movies say that was.
That's probably my favorite werewolf movies: Howling, Dog Soldiers, Curse of the Werewolf. Those are my top 3.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll watch it then.
Let's see, I got one more or two more maybe. I didn't know if this was a monster, but it could be. The White Buffalo from the Charles Bronson movie, The White Buffalo.
That was
that's a monster to me.
It was a monstrous damn buffalo, that's for sure.
Yeah, so that's definitely one, and I'll throw in one more. Let's see what I got. Let's see, there's a monster in prophecy. I'm going to throw in the alien at the beginning of the movie Extro. When it shows him run across.
That's all that
is an insane design. It looks creepy. It looks cool. So those are my honorable mentions. And I could go on all day long about monsters and monster movies.
Yeah, I could too. See, I try to keep these things to 45 minutes so they don't become a big ordeal.
Oh yeah, and too, people's attention spans these days are horrendous. Mine's not what it used to be. I'll start watching a movie, and if it ain't getting it, I'm just like, fast forward. Oh, something's happening now. Fast forward.
Yep. Well, There it is, talking monsters with the self-made monster himself, Eddie Monster. Now, y'all do yourselves a favor and go check out Self-Made Monsters on any way you can.
There's YouTube videos, some stuff on Spotify and other platforms. And also, one more thing, got 2 shows coming up in October. One, Downtown Monroe Beer Fest. Check it out. And also opening up for the Alice Cooper Tribute Band at the Visualite. Is it Visualite or Neighborhood Theater? I get those two confused.
That is the Visualite.
Visualite. Opening up for the Alice Cooper Tribute Band.
October 29th.
October 29th. Come check us out if you're in town. It'll be a good time.
All right, well, Eddie, I've enjoyed having you.
I've enjoyed being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll have you on again, and we'll talk some more shit.
And we can talk shit, bullshit in a $2 bill.
Well, that's what we do. We talk the good stuff, and we break on through. Take care, everybody. Thanks for coming.